Sometimes in life comes a time where you have to upgrade and allow yourself to have your hands free to really catch fish. And I hope you do it like me with no graph on your boat. You don't need that. But what you do need is a GPS remote control trolling motor powered by an amazing outdoors lithium battery on a nice little kayak. Well, this thing is huge, but it's nice. And just take it out there and catch some fish and use eye scope to find them. Today I'm going to show you how I installed this SI3 unit on this Kaku Zulu that now is going to become an iGuide Zulu. I'm gonna run it around here, do some tests, speed test, spot lock, GPS navigation, things like that. I'm gonna link everything down below. It's gonna be an affiliate link. You could buy these kayaks directly from Kevin. He ships kayaks throughout the US. It's really inexpensive, like $125 to ship kayaks out. And when you do buy a kayak through him or any of the products that I use down in the affiliate links below, I do get commissions that helps me keep this up. This right here is a tiny outdoors lithium battery. Just gonna use it for today's test because it's pretty much weightless. It's not gonna affect a lot of the you know, the testing and anything like that. Now another thing that I want to mention is I'm using a catch mount. This mount, I think you can still buy it, but it may be replaced in the future. I'm gonna link it down below too as well. But you could also buy the quick release mount. I like this one because I think it's better. It's easier to put in, easier to take off. I just like it better. Boom, see, just like that. With the other mount, sometimes you have to be digging for the holes, you know, digging for the little connector to go through the holes. It's just a pain. So this one is easy and it takes 1 second to put in. That easy, guys. It took literally 1 second. So I need to figure out where I'm gonna put the battery. Just gonna put it right under the seat. If you use 100 watt-hour outdoor 12-volt battery, they only weigh like about 20 something pounds. It's not very heavy. It shouldn't influence the speed of the boat at all. Especially if you put it right here under the seat. So let me get the cables. I'm doing this really slow because I don't want those cables to get wet. You know what's gonna get wet? My butt. This thing is wet. Look at that. Just like that, this thing transformed into a powerful hands-free fishing machine. All right, to deploy this motor is quite easy. It comes with this little clear plate. This is cool actually when you're like fishing in areas like this. Look, put the plate there, you should be able to see through. Now it has kind of like, yeah, you know, one of the benefits that you have by having this motor right there in front of you on your drywall is that it's super easy to deploy. Press here, bring it down, and before I fully deploy, let me show you what I got here. This is the Katana motor prop from Motor Guy, and they claim that this blade is the fastest, most powerful one that they have. I had it over there in the Everglades and it did really well. It's really sharp though. So all you have to do is just bring it down like this. Boom. It's gonna click there. Here you could see the level of where the motor is. You could easily make adjustments. Simply loosen this knob, bringing it down or bringing it up if you hit shallow waters. For me, I think here is gonna be good enough. We're gonna be testing several levels, and then you just put the plate back right here and secure it with these knobs. I just use one here in the front and one here on the opposite end on the back, and the reason for that is I don't want to put forward in case I need to bring it up quick. Wow, so now that we're ready to do this, let's go ahead and release the rudder. Boom, rudder is down. And we got the rudder control system right here. Look at that. Boom, 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 turning. All right, we're ready, we're ready, we're ready. First test I want to do is just want to go super fast. Actually, this thing goes to maximum 8 speeds and it goes in 0.5 increments. Right now we're just going this way, just getting a feel for the craft. You see that a little bit of water is going through there and it's going in there, but it's gonna get out of the boat as you move. Like, this is not gonna be floated. You see, you know how your milkshake is happening right now. It's creating a lot of power there. So let's say that you're getting close to land. You need to turn. I'm just gonna use the rudder to turn completely. Oh wow, that is a super cool turn. Like, look at this, guys. Basically doing donuts. Let's say I want to go to the opposite end right away. I'm just turning with the rudder. You see that the motor head is pointing forward. That's maximum speed. Whenever you are going fast and you turn the rudder, the boat is gonna go slower because it's not advancing. It's going in the same place anyway. The cool thing about this kayak, that you could control the head of the motor. You could steer with the arrows. So let's say you don't want to use the rudder, have the rudder on this straight position, and you want to turn right here, right? Let's just do it. Look at this. You could literally turn on the spot. You could go in reverse if you want to. Full speed in reverse. Super cool stuff. Let's say you saw a fish or something. Let's go forward. Let me show you that. You can navigate this with your hands. You never have to touch the rudder if you don't want to. You could just use this. But sometimes you just want to, like, maybe you're going at slow speed, you want to set a certain direction, you can just use the rudder for that. So let's say right now you're about to hit a spot, or you see a fish, you want to stop. I just press the prop, stop completely, and then you want to spot lock. I sort of wait, like I don't do it quick. Well, it still did it, still went crazy. This is the motor. Sometimes it goes crazy because it doesn't want to lose that GPS spot. But anyways, with spot lock right here, you could stand up and do your fishing, do your casting, do your look around. A lot of people think that you don't have a lot of space here because you got the motor in front of you. Well, you do have a lot of space. If you're in a deep area and you want to have more space, all you have to do is just, there you go, bring it down all the way down, and now you even have more clearance. But I had it in the Everglades on Saturday, boom, and I had it even higher because it was shallow and it didn't bother me. I was casting there, casting in the middle, casting over here. A lot of times what I did, I would just go like this, stand over here, or sit I should say, and just cast, do my thing, or stand up completely. See, this is like, you cannot just take, oh, the motor is right there in front of you, you can't fish properly, because you have so many ways to fish out of this craft. And you could also control it from over here, but I don't recommend you quite do that, because you don't know what speed this thing has, and then it may go off to 10 right away, and it's gonna throw you off the boat. Look at this, man. Isn't this cool? Isn't this like super cool? Wow. I think I want to bring it down a little bit more. It was too high. There you go. Maximum speed. What I want to do now is I want to test the navigation. This place no water is moving, right? So it's not the perfect test for the navigation, autopilot navigation, but at least it's gonna give you an idea. See what I mean? Don't do sharp turns standing up or sitting up so high, because it's not gonna be pretty. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put navigation. I'm gonna turn it a little bit. Navigation, see what it does. It's on GPS automatic navigation. It's correcting its course. Boom, boom. See, it's moving, it's doing its thing. I mean, this is perfect right here. You set the direction where you want to go. You have your rod. and you're just fishing. You're sitting really high. Like, I want you to appreciate this. Like, I don't think you're getting it. The advantages. You're sitting, and yet it looks like you're standing up. Seriously. It's super cool, man. Now, let's say that I go from navigation to spot lock and see what happens. Wow, that was nice. I was holding down to the seat because, you know, I don't want to fall off. But that was nice. I'm really enjoying this setup. It's clean. It's easy to put in. It's easy to take off. Let's say you hit shallow water and you need to bring this motor off for whatever reason. You could have this a little loose. Press here. Oh wait, let me turn it off. All right, it's off now. So all you have to do is remove those knobs. And again, you could train yourself to do this really fast. You press this thing here, bring it up, and look, see? You could literally do this in 10 seconds, man. You could leave it there where I had it, or put it there. Forgot to take it off navigation. That easy. You want to deploy it fast? You press the unlocking lock pedal thingy. You bring it down. Go all the way down like that. You put it back to where I wanted it. Boom. Then you get your plate. And I think you could probably get away with just one. I'm just gonna put two because I don't want to lose one of those knobs, but nice. So I had it in the Everglades the other day. I fished a lot of hours with it. I didn't even use the rudder. I was just using the autopilot navigation fisher like it is on now. And I was using the arrow keys when I had to. But you could also use the rudder as I showed you before. And the other thing you can do if you want a truly hands-free fishing experience is you can set up some sort of footrest steering right here, which I done on previous videos for this boat. If you want to check that out. And just have your hands completely fully free, because you could just have the motor going forward and you just steer your boat with your feet, which is impressive. Like, I mean, you have so many ways to fish out of this craft. This kayak is cool. It's not expensive at all. I think this setup is like 3,000 something. Check the link down below. I mean, the motor itself is like $1,500. The kayak is like 1,000 something. I don't have the full prices. Again, check the description down below for all that information. But it's not an expensive setup. And you could do so many things with it. You could fish so many ways. If you don't want to use the motor because you have a tournament, you could just put the pedal drive. If you don't want to use the pedal drive, you could just paddle it because it paddles like a dream. There's so many ways to use this Zulu. It's incredible, and it's sort of like a kayak paddleboard. I wasn't gonna keep it as my go-to boat. I was gonna keep the PWR from Bonafide, but this thing has more advantages than that PWR for me. So I'm gonna keep this one as one of my go-to boats. I'm gonna go register it, and it's gonna be a boat that I'm gonna be using to go fishing. So the next thing I wanna do is the speed test, because guess what, guys? It's not an audience video, motor video I should say, if we don't do a little bit of speed testing. So I'm gonna go ahead and just skip this. Oh, you see that navigation, bro? Oh my god, you see that? What? Dude, come on, that was epicness. Okay, this thing has 8 speeds. So I'm gonna go ahead and just simply do 1-2 turns. See what we get out of this. Oh my god, we're going at 1.2 miles an hour. And guess what, guys? Do you hear anything? Basically silent. 1.2, 1.1 miles an hour. It's silent. All right, like, this is more stealthy than you using your paddle. 100%. It's basically no sound, man. No sound. All right, we're going at the maximum speed. We gotta give it a few minutes so it kind of like gets its 4.1 miles an hour. This unit on the power 129, I think I hit 4.7 miles an hour, definitely 4.5, like maintaining it. And in this craft, we're going about 4 miles an hour, which is interesting. I think the boat may be like this. So if you put weight on the back to level of this boat, you're probably gonna gain speeds. Like if you put a cooler behind me with a lot of ice or whatever, or your battery goes back, I think it's, instead of the boat digging down like this, it's gonna be more flat and it's gonna go a little faster. Definitely gonna be testing that out, not today, it's gonna be in another video. But this is like, I like to test my kayaks with nothing on them because it's a more controllable test. Because I don't know what you're taking. Maybe you don't take anything with you. Maybe just take the motor, 2 waters, and a rod. All right, don't want to give you the wrong impression. I do take a black pack that I put on the back and a cooler with ice and a 100-hour battery, which adds weight. And if I put all that in the back here, it's definitely gonna go ahead and balance the boat out, which I may get 4.3 miles an hour, probably. We got 4.1 this way and that way. That's the maximum speed on this setup. I'm not mad at all. 4 miles an hour for full control is amazing. So many ways you have to fish out of this craft with this motor that is just plain incredible and amazing. Even from here, you still use the rudder and control the boat. Like, let's say you're fishing a shoreline or something and you just want to go this direction, you could just use the rudder for control there. All right, so sometimes you need to paddle. You just need to get over a little tiny area where it's not deep enough and you don't want to bring the motor or completely out of the water. I brought it up to the maximum they could go to. The prop is, you probably have like 4 or 5 inches of the prop below the deck of the boat, but I just want to see if it could be paddle if you have that motor right there sticking out. Yeah, it does not interfere with your paddling whatsoever. That's cool. And you could probably get really shallow like this. Again, if it's just like maybe you got like 6 inches of clearance and you don't want to go through the whole hassle, just want to bring it up a little bit. There you go. So when you're done for the day, all you have to do is, I like to align this here, press. Oh, forgot, you have to remove this plate first. See how easy it is to bring this up? If you train yourself, you could do it in literally 10 seconds. And it just locks there, just like that. Put the plate back, and it's out of the water. If you have the motor up and you want to fish, you can still do it. You have a lot of clearance here, it's not that bad.